Ladies and gentlemen, this is your host, SB, with my co-host, Mr. Bill Saling, and a special guest, Mr. Jason Taylor. How is everyone doing this week? It's a Friday. Glad for everybody to be on Lane Vibes. And I guess we're just going to dive right into it. We're just going to get on the main topic of the Mad Jokers. Mad Jokers were established last year for our second season down in the Southwestern Conference. And basically, like any new team, they basically came out and they did their best. Of course, myself and a few others, we would go out there and make fun of the team, the logo, all this good stuff. But something triggered at the end of the season. What was that? Well, the ingredient that took place ended up carrying over to this season. And here we are with one of the members, Jason Taylor, and we're going to give him a strict interview here and try to get into Mad Joker's heads and see exactly what he feels the key ingredient to his team's success this year for being number one. So, like I said, Mr. Jason Taylor, welcome to Lane Vibes.
Well, thank you for having me. If you don't mind, though, I want to start with something, just because I got to put my old man glasses on here. But I want to start with something, just so everybody can hear it that didn't see it, on your own page here.
Yes, sir.
Lane Vibes. I just wanted to take a minute to read the description that was posted in that. And so what it says here, for everybody that didn't see it, says the Mad Jokers aren't just the top; they intend to stay there. Aren't just at the top; they intend to stay there. Built on precision, discipline, and unshakable drive to outperform every challenger. This team dominates the lanes with purpose. Every frame is approached with focus. Every strike with intention. They don't rely on luck, flair, theatrics, only relentless consistency and an unbreakable mindset. So I don't know that you could have described us any better than what you did there in your own description. So anything for you to add to that?
I mean, whatever you can. It's just that's how I view. And then what really sucks for me is that, which is also a good thing for the U.B.A, is that we split up. So some of the teams that I would love to compete against for the season are in the North, and there's only maybe 1, 2 that I would love to compete in the South. So I don't get to see you guys every tour stop, but I'm gonna make it out to a tour stop. But that's why Mr. Bill Sailing is here, and he gives me his input. So like, even what my words, which are genuine and true from what I've seen from the end of the season last year to the beginning of this year, what you guys are doing, which is amazing. Bill, like, honestly, from your point of view, being up in the North Division, I should say, like, what do you see this season that's making them stand out? I mean, they're in first right now, and like, what do you see
right now? They've got a really good team. Like I said before, it's not a team that you can sleep on, right? They weren't that bad last year. I think that they matched up in a couple spots, kind of funny, right? This year, the chemistry is a lot better. You see them joking around, but having a good time, but taking it serious all at the same time. There's nothing wrong with being an ass and having a good time, right? But if you don't get along and you're just making noise, you're going to lose. I'm sorry. I mean, you can have a great team. I mean, look at these nuts last year. They have some fantastic bowlers on that team, right? They just don't gel. Sometimes they do some, and when they do, man, they are hard to beat. But sometimes it just doesn't work out. And Jason and Myron, man, y'all have got something going this year. I don't know what it is, what y'all drank, what you bought, what you taught, who you hired, whatever. It's working,
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you for that. And we added some. I came into this about mid-season last year, kind of quiet, trying to figure things out, see how things were, what the U.B.A was really all about. I didn't know, but we certainly with Dwight as the owner, and then Myron and Whitney and all of their efforts, We've added some good people to our roster here this year. We've started being more consistent with the teams that we're taking, the personnel that we're taking to each one of these stops. So I think that, just like you talked about, Bill, there with the consistency and the chemistry between the folks that are out there bowling every stop, we're getting that gel, starting to come together as a group. So we plan on causing a whole lot of ruckus as we move through these stops.
Where do y'all call home? Is it Waco or is it Dallas?
Well, I'm out of Waco. We've got a couple of people that are here out of Waco, but the majority of our folks are up north around the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Okay.
But we do have some folks out we've got some members that are out in Louisiana as well,
Okay.
even one as far over as Mississippi, I believe, just right there. So we're spread out.
Okay. All right. So it's kind of like these nuts pulling in people from Oklahoma City and everywhere else, right? Nothing wrong with it as long as you can put people on the lanes.
Yeah. And we may have some surprises yet to come.
There you go.
Oh boy.
Oh, come on. No, you don't put people on the roster just because you can.
Hey, don't put people on the roster and they don't have a nickname in the database, or the jerseys don't match.
Oh no, we'll make it all completely legit.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad. That's one of the parts I like to hear is the fact that not only are you guys, it's pretty much everything that you said is it's just team. You guys got the camaraderie. You guys have people in different places that actually want to be a part of it, which is awesome because again, it trickles down. Others, see the jersey or they hear about it, and it opens the doors more for others to say or be curious and want to be a part of the U.B.A. So that's awesome. I'm glad that you guys have those branches that that's out there.
That's cool. We were looking at your schedule, right? And you guys are putting up some numbers. There's no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're a top 4 team. And no offense to where you're at, but I do believe you're going to be in the playoffs pretty easily. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's going to be big. But
top 3, Bill. Let's go top 3.
There it is. There it is. So okay, so now, right? Because I was gonna jump to that. So now that you say top 3, how about how do you guys expect to hold down the number 1 spot with Mr. Bill Sailing, the Bill Collectors team? They were the champs last year. And even though they're in 4th, I believe, right now.
Yep.
You guys are in 4th. I know you're not going to stay there, but with Mad Jokers being number 1, and again, guys got a target on your back because you're number 1. How do you maintain that number 1 position?
Yeah, so we're gonna we're gonna start with the next stop. It's gonna be stop to stop, right? We've got to execute each and every stop. We're going to continue. We've got to let's see the next closest one to it. Let me look at my notes here. 86 with D's Nuts,
right?
Oh, D's Nuts is second with 86 points. So we want to stay out. We want to do our best to stay out as far ahead of everybody as we can. But using that chemistry that we're talking about week to week, or excuse me, stop to stop, to keep us on top, I think that's going to make the difference this season.
Oh yeah, that right there. That's what you've been doing. Exactly what you said. I want to say I was surprised that, well, 2 things now that I think about it, that Bill and H-Town's 4th, but I know they're not going to stay there. But the fact that you guys are railroading, you're just going 100 miles an hour, and you're just tackling every single team, and it's who cares? I don't care about your feelings. This is what it is. Boom, we beat you. Next, on to the next one. And that right there, if you guys could hold on to that throughout the season, at least guarantee yourself a playoff spot. That's awesome. It's awesome. I love the chatter back and forth, especially with your stepbrother over there, Mr. Myron. But yeah, you guys are doing your thing. I'm just curious to see how long it's going to last.
Yeah, I mean, tell us what you think. So far, you guys have played Mission Control, right? New team that came in from kind of spun off these nuts, right? That was their first out of town stop, if I'm not mistaken, right? Angry Balls, kudos to them for still coming in, right?
Right.
They are the mafia, right? Kind of team. Lockdown. Tell me what you thought. What do you think?
Yeah, so I think that out of the teams that we've played so far, I think everybody knows where Angry Balls is really at and all of that, right? So you could look at where we're at right now and say, well, you played Angry Balls. Most folks that do are probably going to be getting a lot of points out of that. But like I know you say, SB, before. I want to give a lot of credit to them for coming out and doing what they do every stop. They're coming out, they're trying. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of teams that may have an awful hard time with them, even though they don't have the bowlers that they need to compete. They do have an awful lot of handicap. And if you don't come and bowl, you could easily get snuck up on and be in trouble and get embarrassed if you want to call it embarrassed. But
yeah.
You can't completely sleep on them either, because if you do, you're at least going to give up some valuable points that you're probably going to want later on when we get down toward the end of the road here, and you really need those.
Yeah, I can attest to that one. We got them at home next stop in January. They're coming to Houston at our house, right? What we consider, our guys travel everywhere, but we have Angry Balls at home. So they're going to get the full brunt of what we can offer. But when you start looking at the points that you're potentially going to, or the handicap, you're going to give up 200 pins a game on those handicap teams. So if any one of those guys bowl 20 pins over their average, it is almost impossible to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just your whole team. Let's say, for instance, like us, we potentially got 9 230 plus bowlers that want to bowl max bowl that weekend. 9. All 9 of them are 230 plus.
Sheesh.
But you're bowling against a team that potentially may not even have a scratch team, right? And the other 6 people, you're going to give up 50, 60 pins on some of those guys. What do you do? Right? I mean, I'm asking for help. I saw you dropped a 38 on them.
Yeah, it's it can happen. You can you got to come and bowl. If you don't show up, the handicap is going to wear you out. So you got to bring your good bowlers, and you got to be prepared to bowl, and you can't sleep on that team. That handicap will sneak up on you.
See, that's you guys got Monster Inc. next, right?
Oh God.
Or is it Deep Nuts?
No, we've got Monster Inc. next, our next tour stop.
That's technically going to, let's call it their house, right? They're out of Oklahoma City, or Oklahoma, but that's the closest stop to them. So that's going to be their home, right? So they should be able to put, let's see what Monsters has got, right? It's not a 6-hour drive to Houston. And that's y'all's home, technically, right?
Yeah. For a whole lot of them, you're exactly right. Not a far travel for us, so we should have a lot of folks for us to pick from off of our roster to be able to put a team together and come bowl them guys. We bowled some of them. We were bowling on the same lane with some of those guys during the singles event, so we got to see some of them and bowl next to some of them. So I'm interested to see what it is that they're going to bring to this stop. If any of them are listening right now, they're going to need to bring something.
Oh, this is the one match that I'm really looking forward to. The schedule that's coming up, because like I said, this is technically their home turf, right? For us, it's our longest match of the year drive wise, right? To Dallas, 4.5+ hours. So I'm really interested to see what they put up versus what you put up at home, right? I think if y'all walk away with a 30+ on this one, you're going to have a commanding lead. It's going to be hard. I mean, half the season's over with, and you're going to be up 20-plus points on the nearest competitor. I mean, you can put it in coast mode and get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and that's what we want to do. We want to stop after stop. We want to come in, make sure that we're putting up as many points as we can get in these stops, so that we can pretty much get it out of reach. So that when we do end up in a position where we may have a bad stop, we're not anticipating that, but it does happen. We have a bad stop, then we don't have that much to worry about.
We can attest to that bad stop.
Yeah. I was waiting for that. That
was a very expensive weekend. Let's just say that.
So with the teams, you said you bowled Mission Control,
yep.
Angry Balls, and who was the other one?
Lockdown.
Lockdown. Okay.
So, I mean, technically, your teams are all in the bottom half, right? Mission Control's got a good team. It's just I think that was their first out of town stop. I was kind of on the fence with them. I think I picked you guys to take them because I wasn't sure how many of their people were going to come from Houston up there. Angry Balls is Angry Balls. Look, I'm not going to dog them because they can show up one day and beat the crap out of us, right? Anybody. Bowled a lady the other night on a 120 average, bowl 220. It can happen. Right.
Yeah.
That's when you need to take her drink away from her. She need to be upset or something.
Yeah, and I think Mission Control is one to that folks are going to need to watch out for because they make a lot of noise and they've got a lot of good bowlers on that team that can sneak up. We played them and they wore us out in a call out. So they've got a lot of good bowlers that can really do some damage. So look out.
Yeah, they do, and nothing against them. They're still young, right? They're still trying to find their groove. Like I said, right now the noise that they make really does sound like those seagulls from Finding Nemo. A lot of times, just noise, right?
I gotta see this for myself. I have to make a tour stop.
It's. I mean, they're trying to be loud. Nothing against them. It's banter. It's not really trash talking. It's just banter at the moment. But they do have some really good bowlers. If they get it together and they can all go out of town at the same time, they are a very formidable team. Don't get me wrong. They've got some really good people. At home, they're going to be really hard to beat because that's just, it is what it is. Everybody at home is hard to beat.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking for because technically you guys and Monsters Inc. are home. I think that could turn into, my opinion, a 25-15 match somewhere in there or 30-10. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people. I hope it's not a blowout. I don't like
30-10 Monsters Inc.
I ain't going there yet. I think the Jokers may pull it out. I really do. I hope Monster comes in and proves me wrong. I want to see what they got. Right? I really do. I want to see what they can do on a fully loaded roster because they do. They've got a couple of good guys, and they've just been hitting houses that don't quite match up to them.
Okay. I personally, I got mad Jokers for that match. I mean, it's a no doubter for me. I can't take that team seriously. I mean, they may have some good bowlers, which, in time I'll get used to, but it's just the jersey. Like, and then the double or triple gutter that the
triple winner there. Yeah,
was that coming from their team? I heard it all over I heard them announcing over the speaker.
Yeah, the owner actually. 3 nights in a row. So he had 2. He did a gutter second frame second game, and then he went gutter second frame third game.
Guy had
he likes to swing it, get it out there, and that house, you get it outside 5, it's going to sail. And it's too steep of an angle, and it just never came back. So it happened.
I hope he comes and does it to us.
I will not.
Yeah.
See, that's I know you guys can win that match very easily. I just don't know what they have that hasn't come to a stop outside of that close to home. That's my only issue. If you get there and you run them, drop them down there with monsters. Mafia and Angry Golf. Put them at the bottom. Sorry. Thank you for the money.
Yeah.
See you next year. Right.
Yeah.
And I think all the teams probably, all the teams struggle with that a little bit with if we could all take our best 9 to every stop, we could all put a bunch of powerhouse teams together. Yeah. But it's who's going to come when it comes time to travel. Like you said, both of us being close to home should be interesting.
Yeah, and then we've got the second match of that is position round. So whoever you're playing ain't a pushover, right? That's going to be a tight match too. With 14 points separating us in second place, you've got who is these nuts playing? Let's see. December 14th. These nuts got Texas Mafia.
Texas.
All right.
Oh God.
Well, there's a walkover. Sorry. Well, that also depends on John too, though. He couldn't put a full roster there at Mel's.
Yeah. They should have an opportunity to stack a lot of points.
That one's an opportunity to stay right where they're at. Resurrection has got Angry Balls. They're going to stay right where they're at. Unless Angry Balls show, because Angry Balls is at home. They're out of Dallas, right?
I
believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they should have finally a full roster anyway, right?
They should.
Good.
And we're taking on Lockdown, which is at home. So they're going to bring everything they got. See, I don't see much change between the top 5, honestly. So until position round, I think it's going to flip flop. I think some people are going to make some big moves.
That's going to be a battle. That whole doubleheader weekend. That's going to be it's going to be a battle. So,
yeah, I mean, if you look at your team, right? So far this year, let me take mine off. Y'all got 17,900 pins, right? So out of the 3 stops, y'all are in 5th place pin wise, right? That's 800 pins behind us in first. Then you got Mission Control with 18,100, which is still not a bad number. And then you got a drop to D's Nuts, Lockdown, Mad Jokers, all within 50 pins of each other, right? I want to see what you guys do at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always interested to see what you bring at home. Out of town is a crapshoot, really is. I think we got lucky last year, honestly, because I don't think we hit anybody at home. I think everybody we bowled last year was an away, except for when we were home. I think everybody was an away stop. So I'm really interested to see what you guys bring at home. Because we don't hook up until April. I think it is. And that's here in Houston.
You guys got time.
Yeah, we're going to be full bore when you come into our house, our city. But y'all can get a big enough lead to hold that spot down. So regardless.
So, yeah, we hope you get a little closer to us by the time we get to that point. Make that match really interesting. I said hope.
Hey, I hope too.
So speaking, let's talk about hope, right? With the hope. So let's say, since you have, your team chemistry and everything from Mad Jokers, you guys are doing well. It's after 3 matches. Let's fast forward. Let's say you guys win the whole thing, right? Are you guys, or do you feel you're mentally and skillfully prepared for the wide ocean of the U.B.A?
Yeah, and that was something I was going to bring up on this. I hoped we'd get to a point to talk about just that, right? Because sure, I'm coming into this fairly new, just coming in halfway through the season last season, but from what I have heard from people who have participated in the things that happen out east, from the videos that I've seen with things that happen out east, I'm not real sure there's a whole lot of people in Texas or a whole lot of teams in Texas right now that are mentally prepared for what happens out east. So I think that this whole conference needs to start getting ready. And whoever goes out there and represents Texas, and that, sure, I want it to be us. Do I think any of the teams here are ready for that? I'd hate to say that we're not, but I think that we better start. I think we need to start acting like it right now. We need to start preparing for what we're going to see out there right now so that we will be mentally ready for what we face out there. Somebody from Texas is going out there. And if you take one of these soft teams that's not sure they may can sweep Texas and win everything here in Texas, but that don't mean you're going out to the East Coast and doing the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing right there. It's, you know, I've started mentioning it to other teams when we had our stops. You know, they question. The biggest question that came repeatedly was, and it was directed to me. Who do I think could possibly carry that torch and leave a mark? Not necessarily win, but just leave a mark to say, hey, Texas, they have something. I mean, I look at the teams now. If I have to combine skill and mental, excuse me, I have to go Mad Jokers. I have to go H-Town. I have to go Line Team, Alamo. And honestly, that's it.
You don't think Outlaws? You know, with them breaking away from ice cream? No.
I don't, because in the beginning I was like, okay, maybe they have something just for here, but for the wide ocean U.B.A, not at all. It's some teams have one, some teams have none, but max 4 teams in Texas have the mental and have the skill to at least compete. How far they go, that's on them. But to carry it and say, win or lose, somebody's gonna look at the Texas team and say, hey, they have something.
They're real.
But, yeah, but other than that, I don't see anybody else. A lot of teams don't have the mental at all. A very high percentage don't have it. Skill wise, they may have it, but to have both, you have to have both.
Yep.
And you know, it's a must. But
that, you know, talking about that, and I'm sure you know you've been there, Jason. I don't know how much, you know, what your type of your bowlers are, right? If they're tournament bowlers or just league bowlers or what. But last year when we started looking at this, right, me and Ray, you know, cheerleader, I like to call him. We really tried to pick people that were tournament bowlers, right? They're used to the grind, they're used to the challenge. The noise is the noise, right? If you're good, you can block it out. Sorry, but pressure, that's a whole different issue, right?
Right.
You've got to make that
when you have to, when it's on the line, you got to do it. And
you got to make that 10 pin to get to that next point, right? Or are you going to be able to do that or not, right? That's like SB said. I want to say there's 3-4 teams there. Mission Control can get there. Are they there? No, they can get there. They've got a gel as a team. Like I said, they've got some really good bowlers on that team. They can get there. They're just not quite there yet. Right.
Yeah. I think if we were looking at the teams in the North, yeah, I think you're Mad Jokers, H-Town, Mission Control. But you know, another one that, and I kind of wanted to get your both of you, Jokers Wild. What do we think about? We haven't really talked about Jokers Wild here. Kind of been kind of quiet on them today, but what do you think?
My opinion, before the season started, they're just a mediocre team, and that's before the season started. We had a ranking match against them. They brought out a couple of guys. Unfortunately, they didn't perform the way they were supposed to, so it kind of made them look a little off. It was pretty much silly. And I say silly because I look at their average, I look at their release point, everything. They're bowlers, but it goes back to the mental, because now you're losing by whatever amount of pins, you know, we were beating them by, and now your mental's taking over, and they're like, you know what, forget this game.
Mhm.
It's like the fourth frame. What do you mean forget the game?
Yep.
You know,
So,
I could see it in your face, your whole demeanor, everything. You gave up. And again, like I said, some people have the skills, no mental. They have a few key players that they added, and it's making them stronger. But if I had to put them in a scale from 1 to 10, they probably went from, and this is my opinion, they probably went from a 4 to a 6.
they're not that far. I still think they're a 50-50 team. Like I said, they're not a team to sleep on by any means. They've got 3 young guys that can throw up a number in a heartbeat, right? But in the same breath, if that number is not there, they're young enough where they're going to start pressing, and that number is going to get away from them, right? And that all of a sudden, that 750 game is 570 because they're trying so hard to get to that point.
Yeah.
And I said that before. They are not a team to sleep on. You get them in the right house at the right time, they are going to be extremely, extremely tough. If you match up with them when it matter of you getting in 4th place versus 5th place in that, or where we at, Longview, which is close enough to Dallas, it's a home stop, they're going to be extremely hard to beat.
But then it also comes down to, like we were saying, the skill and mental. So now it's great if they go to their home house and they dominate. But now you need the skills, because if you go somewhere other house, are you just a mediocre bowler compared to your home house where you're a monster? Now what's going to happen if you're that team that wins the Texas division, and now you take a trip over to the East Coast? This isn't your house anymore.
Oh yeah.
So how are you going to adjust? And that's like what I was saying with actually a few guys from that ranking match. It's just the whole demeanor, everything, just gave up. So I've said it in the beginning of this season. I'm curious, and like you said, Jason, I hope it's us. I feel that we can do it, be the best in Texas. But whoever represents Texas, I am so curious to see how they carry the Texas flag, whatever you want to call it, to wherever they're going to bowl that next team, and how they do. I mean, because the pressure is going to be on. I hear so many friends from back home. They're just saying we can't wait to see what Texas has to offer, and because we're just they're waiting. They're waiting to just try and just eat us up. That's what it is.
The second part to that is the travel and the time that's going to be associated with that, right? Because it's not one weekend unless they're going to change that up where they're bowling everything Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're going to have to do something, because to get us to come up there over multiple weekends is not financially solvent for most people.
Yeah.
Right. It's just not going to work out to do that. So that's the second part, right? Are you going to have people that can get up there and financially get up there for possibly 2 weekends? So it doesn't matter how good you are. You can run away with the team, but if you only got 7 people, what's the point?
Yeah.
Somebody's going to be forking out money for somebody else to go bowl.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I could definitely. See that.
So and somebody is. It's just it has to be. So I'm extreme. That's like SB said. I want to see. So how you're going to do that, and that's what I like about this. Like myself, I do not bowl well at Mel's. I did not want to bowl at Mel's. I had to because we were short. If I have to, I skip that house. I just don't like it. It doesn't match up to me. I have to be too accurate. I don't have 2 or 3 boards in this room. I have 1, the way my style is, right? And I know some of those houses back east have a lot of oil, and that makes me slow my game down. So I want it. I want to try it. But in the same breath, you're like, damn, that's going to be a little different, right? Because I've bowled up north in Minnesota in the freezing. Those houses hook, man. It doesn't matter how much oil they put out there. It is so freaking cold. They just hook. And I would like to see if that's the same way. Where's it at? Delaware. So
yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
It's
it's
definitely gonna be
gonna be interesting. But I think we as a conference down here need to start preparing for that.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Should do.
Especially I think the mental piece, right? We've got the bowlers down here, but
Mhm.
I think it's going to be at least from what I've seen and from what I've heard from out there, it's going to be the mental piece when we go out there, when
That's-
whoever goes.
That is the biggest thing there because I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys probably heard it or it is gonna make sense. Everyone has a round ball. Anything could happen. But that mental, that's the game. That's their game out there. It's the mental. You can have all the skill in the world, but if I come to you and I yell out and you don't like it, I got you. I got you because of the fact that I took you out of your comfort zone. Out here, it's mind blowing because again, this is season 3, and I still feel like I have to say that nothing is personal because a lot of people they don't like what I say on the tapes or such. And I don't know if you heard Jason the last time I don't know if it was the podcast or the recording, but we played a team, Dirty Diablos, brand new team. We had one of our omens, and he was bowling with us, and he's yelling. His name is Pink. He's always loud yelling. One of the Dirty Diablos guys turned around. Hey, that's enough. Calm down. Let's be quiet. I looked at him like, what?
Ding, 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 ding.
I said, you know where you're at, right? And he's like, yeah, but he's being too loud. And I said, nah, that's not happening. I said, this is U.B.A. This is what it's about. He's just being loud. He hasn't even said anything to you. So if you can't take it, you need to go.
We'll bring Robert Laws to him how that works out.
Ah,
Yeah. Sunday league, Sunday 6:00. That's what you need to bowl.
oh man, yes.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah. And I tell all the guys in Houston, it's people ask all the time, what is it about? What is it? Houston is we have a bowling tournament every weekend in Houston. Somewhere in Houston, there is a bowl. They just came out with a list a week ago. Every weekend in Houston has a bowling tournament. So this is a bowling city. There is money to be paid. There is money to be made. The biggest issue that everybody asks is when do you get paid? End of season, end story. You want money up front, put the games out there. And you know what? That's the thing I've got an issue with this year. Since we've split up, we don't have the call outs that we had last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same way in y'all's, but you don't see it. Last year we had a page, putting out the bait, who wants it? Nothing.
Yeah.
This year you do not see it. You'll see one or two guys, and it's the same one or two guys bowling every week. I'm not a big cash game call out guy. I enjoy the vibe of it. It's just not my thing. Never has been. Right. But I know a lot of people on our team, that's what they're looking for. They go up there to make money. They don't go out there just because they want to bowl. Some of these guys, that is what they do for a living, man. That's part of their income.
Exactly.
I miss that from last year. I really do. The banter between the teams is great, but like when we hook up with Mad Jokers in April, it is, you want to see what U.B.A. is about? Video it. Like every time we matched up with Omens, video it. Put it on the web. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. When you match up with Angry Ball or somebody else, I mean, it's like church league with some of these teams, man.
Yeah.
Have a good time,
Yeah.
But that's
going
to be the build up also.
Yeah. I came to the when the South had their last stop where the singles event followed there in Killeen. I got to that stop. I was going to bowl, or I bowled in the singles, but I got there early just so I could go in and I could watch because we're not with those teams ever. So I just wanted to go in there and see what that was about, see what those teams were doing, all the teams from the South. When I walked into that bowling alley, I thought I'd walked into a senior citizen league. Honestly, It was so quiet. It was dead. There was nobody saying anything. Everyone was just going up and bowling, coming back and sitting down in their chair. Nobody was high-fiving anybody. Nobody was screaming. Nobody was doing anything. Nothing. I was like, man, this is boring. Absolutely boring.
Yeah.
I get it.
I know. Hey, matter of fact, and it always has to be either Jason or Myron. but Myron just chimed in and he said something that you, Jason, and him and Myron have a call out next stop. But it made me remember we have a ranking match on Sunday against each other.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Where
we can't leave. Oh
Yeah.
no, I got. Yeah. Oh no, we were not going to leave that out. I don't.
That
I don't know
right
what time
there.
this ends, but we got to make sure we get to that.
Yeah,
where
So
is this at?
yeah, it's Mel's, is it?
Oh, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
Why y'all got to pick a spot so far away from everybody, man?
I-
Y'all just come to Houston. We had a blast, right?
we probably would have, but
Look,
yeah,
everybody,
that match,
everybody knows it.
that ranking
Let's
match
see.
is gonna be a whole lot of fun for
Let
sure.
me ask you that, right? We didn't get involved with the ranking matches for numerous reasons,
Mhm.
right? Thoughts? Is it something that you really think is going to last? Right? Is the money really there? And third off, what is stopping? Because you can drop out, you can drop in anytime you want. So what is going to stop teams 6 and below from saying, you know what, it's not financially worth it anymore, right? Because they're only paying 1 through 3.
Yeah.
So I mean,
So-
that's all went into our decision this year. I mean, it honestly, we looked at it and we're like, we don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree and understand. This is also something that a lot of people either don't know but can relate to with the belts,
Mhm.
because the belts will be the same way unless they format it some other type of way. But if let's say you have the championship belt or you're the number one contender and Jason's all the way by Dallas and he's got to battle you best out of 7. But even though you guys are in the same division, it'll work after a season tour stop.
Mhm.
But now if I'm the number one and Jason's the champ and I got to face him, say, well, even though you guys still have to travel, but it's the traveling part for that one match. Is either we wait for our season match or we do it on our own between whatever stop. It's mainly the travel. The money wise, it's just, if people are interested in just wanting to do it, then the more call outs for the rankings, it's just gonna accumulate more money. But it's
I hope to see it go.
yeah.
But I look at that like I look at that the brawl that was going to happen, the franchise brawl that was supposed to happen in Waco that they canceled because they couldn't get enough teams to commit to it.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
were taking two groups to that just to try to get enough teams to compete so that they'd do it.
Yeah, so that's our big thing. Like I said before, our guys are all tournament bowlers. 99% of them. They're not league guys. Well, they do bowl league, but they're tournament people, right? So if they put in $150 and they're going to get paid, they want their $150. They don't want to wait 8 months. That's our biggest issue with everything, right?
Yeah.
Even with some of the stuff it's hard, right? Those guys, if they're going to put out $150 and they bowl an 800, they want some money.
Agreed.
And we have sat down and talked. We were even thinking about just trying to pick up 9 people for call outs. That's all they did. They were a call out team. They weren't part of the travel team. They were just a call out team. And we looked at it and we said, let's see how it goes this year and we'll try it maybe next year. And because from a team standpoint, not getting people, it was just having that 640 team.
Oh yeah.
We only got 3 people that are really 210 and below. So trying to get those guys to fit a 640 team was our biggest hurdle overall of everything, was to have a 640 team.
Yeah. And it is tough. That part right there, it is tough to find.
I think that and this is just me, we're talking about, well, if you really want to put it, if you did the call outs, right? These call out matches after the tour stops, they were always after tour stops. It would drastically change how you planned your tour stop teams, especially if you're traveling, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to carry that extra 220 guy. You'd have to carry that 190 person, right? Get some extra sticks and hopefully they bowl 190 and not 170. It would drastically change how you put your team together. Just by one person would change it all.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's and that's like, and that's my curiosity on what's going to happen to Mad Jokers on Sunday and who they're bringing because of that 640 cap. So
Mhm.
I'm
Look, that's what they got me for.
What time?
Well, I think it's, what is it, 11 or 1?
1, isn't it? I think it's 1.
I think, yeah, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
All right. All right.
At
1
1
o'clock
o'clock.
Sunday at Mel's, huh?
It's, yeah, the camera will be rolling.
Come on,
Camera's
Bill.
gonna be rolling.
Wait, Bill, you said something about putting together 9 people a little while ago, didn't you, for call outs?
Yeah, well, we needed some extras in case people couldn't make it.
Oh, well, I mean, so what about males? You got 9 people to bring. In other words, this is kind of me calling out H-Town right here, right now on this podcast, saying, is Bill going to bring 9 people to males, and we'll take care of Bill's 9 just as soon as we get through taking care of, or Bill's 6. 6. Let's make it 6. We already got 6 there. So after we take care of SB's 6, we'll take care of Bill's 6.
You guys are gonna. I'm gonna tell you right now, the answer is no, because like I said, our guys are tournament bowlers, so we wait for the roster to come out. As soon as the lineup comes out, our guys fill there every weekend. That's the hard issue. So that's why we were looking at trying to find just 9 people to have as call out people. They're not part of the tournament team, right?
He's yawning. Hey, I'm gonna chime in on on this and say, you guys have a fitting name, because once we're done with you, you're gonna be Mad Jokers.
Yeah. Hey, so, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. There's been a lot of talk, and we know it's going to be exciting no matter what.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I hope that the main thing for me is I hope that everybody will tune in, because I know it's going to be going live. I hope everybody will tune in, because I think everybody's going to get to see just exactly what we what this culture in our conference really should be. I think we're going to try to give a good representation of what it really should be, from the good bowling to the shit talking that's going to take place. It's going to be every bit of it.
Yeah.
So who's actually in first place? Is it ice cream?
It's the ice cream boys, because now they don't want to leave their Oak Hills house. Because
if they're first place, you got to come to their house, right?
Yeah. I don't know where I said it. They're not going to be there long. Not at all. It's just in time. I say by February, they will not be there at all.
I think they aren't they already set up to go against Vendetta? Hasn't that already been set? Yeah. I think Vendetta's going to take care of it.
Let's go.
Yeah, Vendetta's going to take care of that.
Vendetta's good. They're set up to both Vendetta, and I just can't see them lasting that long. They could have the whole month of January, but by February.
How are they in first and last at the same time?
Because they have a brainiac or an owner. Yeah, he's amazing. They got lucky. Like honestly, they got lucky at the, what was it, the tournament that was ranked for the rankings. They shot well. I mean, granted, I've always said on the roster, on paper, they have great bowlers.
Mm-hmm.
So those great bowlers happen to show out and become first, and now they're there. But the moment they leave first, that's it. They will never see it again. With the teams that are there now, if more teams come in, they're never going to see first again. Once whoever knocks them out, that's it. They're done. They will never see it.
Yeah, and, we intend to Mad Jokers intend to get there, and then really, why is anybody really going to try after that anyway? We'll stay there just like we're going to stay. Just like we'll stay on top in the north. So
I hope so.
It's complete.
My goal this weekend or next weekend, right, is I would really love for us to be in second place so we can jump up and have a match right now, right in your house. See what it is. See what it is. We got it. Here we are. Worst case scenario, we end up second place, third place, depending on what falls out, and we get you next time, right? Which is right now. The next one will be in March, right? And that's in Mel's.
Oh,
So another neutral spot, right?
Yeah, that'll be.
All right,
that'll be good. Yeah, I hope to see that happen too. Really, I'd like to see that happen, and then we'll be able to say we clean swept H-Town.
That's it. That's all what it's about. I mean, that's like SB. We bowled those guys 3 times. They've owned us all 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt Joker's next.
Yep. Well, they can't say they can't sweep us, right? We got them last year, so
that is true. Yeah, yep. Bill got me. I think I lost $50 to Bill last year.
Yes, sir.
Couldn't keep myself.
Like I said, I'm not a big gambler guy. I like the gentleman bets, right? You can ask all my friends. I don't lend money out to friends or family. I just don't, because I don't want to lose friends or family over money, right? So if I'm going to bet people money, I like it to be a small number where somebody is not going to get mad, right? $1 is just as fine with me as $50. Honestly, it's about the bet, not about the amount. But I don't want the amount to make somebody mad because they lost their money. Yeah. And no offense to people that do it. That's just my belief, and it always will be. Even I bowled my best friend Tyrone. I said it's $1. It's all $1. And every time I win it, it goes right up back here on this little wall over here. So I had to move it out of the way. I didn't want to show anybody up today. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to see those. I like to see more of the. I'd like to see more of the call outs, like what me and Hunter did, and then SBU and I believe his name was John, the gentleman that you played with. Yeah. I'm surprised we don't see more of that taking place.
Yeah, it's. I think it's. I want to say so. People have to be annoying with it until someone says, "You know what? I want to shut that person up," and then they step up to the plate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's got to be some more. I mean, every once in a while, people say, "Oh, my team's the best" or whatever, and then now when it comes to the individual, you hear nothing. So it's gotta be raised up a notch. It definitely has to be raised up a notch. But we shall see. Hopefully, some more action takes place. A little bit more of trash talking, of course. But yeah, we gotta spice it up because this is the season to prepare, and then later on, it's gonna be whoever wins the conference is gonna end up going to the East Coast, and they gotta be somewhat ready. Somewhat.
Oh yeah, it's 1,000%. My biggest fear is, and this is what happened to us last year, is we got in a groove where we were using kind of the same bowlers over and over and over. And towards the last 3 or 4 stops, we really started looking at it, and you got nationals coming up, you got vacation coming up, you got all these other things, and all of a sudden you're like, dude, we're short on people. Those 9 game requirements come in real quick.
Yeah.
Right? And you're begging somebody to go bowl a stop that you would normally not have them bowl at, just because, and you're like, whatever you got to do, right? You got to manage your team so that you've got enough people on your roster, or get it out there saying, make sure this weekend is free.
Yep.
Don't put something on whatever weekend it is that we're potentially going to be somewhere else. And we don't even know when that weekend is yet.
Yeah.
Right. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Everybody knows when playoffs are, but they don't know when the season ending is, but we really don't know when playoffs are.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then you're asking somebody to plan that far in advance, and and then you start thinking about, okay, well, let's do this. Somebody's going to drive.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody's going to drive and carry all the bowling balls with them and all the equipment with them, so nobody has to pay for, extra baggage on an airplane. Right. And this just happened. This actually happened at the TNBA Nationals this 2 weeks ago to the guys on our team, right? A bunch of people from Houston all went to Tampa, St. Petersburg for the TNBA Nationals, right? National bowling finals, whatever they got up there. We probably had 60 people from Houston go over there. A bunch of them didn't want to pay for their baggage, so they put it in a guy's vehicle. Well, that guy's vehicle broke down.
Yeah,
He broke down in Tallahassee. Right, so you got 10 people or whatever. They ain't got no bowling balls, no shoes, no nothing.
No.
Right now, the dude manned up. He told them all, go buy a ball and buy a pair of shoes. I'm paying for it. So you at least got something because I can't get there. Right? He owned it. But what happens? You do that up there.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
$50,000 gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to put every bit of that into play, man. You
yeah,
know,
there's a lot of planning. Definitely a lot of planning. But
it ain't just about rolling the ball. It's about getting that ball there and getting, you know, a 180 guy can have a great weekend. They can bowl 750 and they're going to destroy everybody.
Yeah, but it all starts here, right? It all starts right here where we gotta
absolutely
we gotta. I think we gotta work as a conference to get ourselves ready for whoever it may be, ready to go out there and do that.
Yep. I will tell you this. Whenever what is that big thing they got in March? Up there,
Mega Bowl.
Mega Bowl.
Yep.
If your guys don't know about Mega Bowl, tell them. We just found out about it last year, and we thought from H-Town standpoint and owner standpoint, I thought you had to win the division to get to Mega Bowl. I thought it was kind of like the playoff thing. We didn't know you could just go.
Yeah, you can just go. We went the first season that we started here. I took a bunch of my team, my guys. We did quite well. We could have done a lot better, but of course, you know, when you have a person like Pat Sloth on your team, he messes up and it messes, you know, everybody's days up. But we took 9 people, I should say. Went up there, they experienced it, they loved it. We competed. A couple of people won a lot of money on side pots and everything. Had our name in the top 5 for the doubles, I believe the triples, and then the 5-man team, we came in 3rd, I believe. If it wasn't 3rd, maybe 4th. But it was a great time. It's definitely a great time. Something that people here in Texas should look into. The more teams, the better, because then we have the unholy alliance. So like us, we're 3 different guys, 3 different teams right here. All 3 of us could join as one team because we have one person from, you know, each team. Or actually, we need a female. But regardless, the more that we get from here to get exposed into the East Coast and how the other tournaments are, you know, that'll really show what it truly is. So
yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, because we've already brought it up to our guys saying, look, sometime in March, I don't know the date yet, but we're going to try and get at least 5 guys up there. Our biggest problem is we don't know the other teams, and we don't, you know, to set that stuff up with other teams up there, you know, we just don't want to pick somebody to pick somebody. You want to compete, right?
But it's one event. That unholy is that one event. I believe it takes place twice, but everything else is you know, is your own team.
Oh, okay.
And then, you know, even if you guys were set and said, listen, we got 8 guys that are going up there, or 8 people, I should say, you could literally throw out a message and say, look, H-Town's coming from Texas. We're looking for a couple of people to match up for that unholy alliance thing. Who's interested? I guarantee you people will be throwing their names out there and saying, I'm available or whatnot. But yeah, it's definitely something to look at. And I hope, you know, a bunch of us from here go out there.
Yeah, I've already got it on my schedule. As soon as I find out what the date is, I don't know if it's come out or not, but it's on my plan. The only reason why I'm not going to go is if my son's swimming in Indiana at the national finals, because that's that same month. So other than that, I'm there. I don't care if I'm the only one going from H-Town. I'll go to do the unholies.
Yeah. I know we've already got some people talking about going to Mega Bowl. So
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, I mean, talking to Sherilyn about it and all this money that's out there. You want to make money? There it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Go. Do your thing. and then you're also getting a little accustomed to how things are out there, right? You're seeing other groups, how they interact, how
Absolutely.
they bullshit, how they talk, how loud they are. Are they going to have the same gestures you have, right? Are they going to? Our slang is a little bit different than theirs, so you got to be careful you don't say the right word to get the wrong person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So-
just you learn.
Definitely. So we're already an hour in. Do you have a main question to send off Mr. Jason Taylor from Mad Jokers, Bill?
Are you ready for April?
I'm ready for April. We are are you ready for April? We are ready. We've got
I'm ready
on
for the
our
14th.
schedule.
If
On
the
our
other-
schedule,
we're ready for the
on our-
14th.
on our schedule, we really only acknowledge one stop as being important. That's H-Town.
Okay.
So we're ready.
There you go.
All right. So I have my last question for you. What's the message you want to send to the rest of the whole league? Well, I guess you could say the league, but mainly Texas, right? As you hold on to first place. Like, what's the message are you trying to send out there to the other teams?
I want to send the message that the Mad Jokers are here. We're here for it this season. We're gonna do our best to stay on top, but I want all the other teams to really step up, embrace the U.B.A. culture, get involved in as many of these call out things that we can get involved with, and then what happens at these stops, all the talking that goes back and forth that goes on at these stops, at the end of the day, we're all one conference here in Texas, and I want us to all be better so that we can take that out to the East Coast and show the East Coast what's happening here in Texas. But
Amen.
we got to handle our business here in Texas first and foremost. But at the end of the day, we're looking out east.
Oh yeah, and at the end of the day, if it's you or if it's SB, if it's us, it's somebody else, we'll be cheering you on just as hard as it was our own team. Right? We'll be
Absolutely.
right there behind you. If we got to wear the jersey of the other team, we'll wear the jersey of the other team.
I don't know about that.
Not
I don't
anyway.
know.
Oh, yeah, that's I meant to bring that up because I don't remember. I mean, I think we should settle that right here, right now.
Oh boy, here we go.
Before we get off this
Yeah.
call here today, I think because when we were saying that, I don't remember that being associated to any particular stop because we don't have any stops with you. So I think it's got to happen at this call out event. I just need to know whether or not I need to bring the jersey because it's all
You know
a matter
what?
of are you going to put it on?
You know what? I'll be a good sport about it. If for this ranking match, if Mad Jokers wins, I will put it on. You could take a picture and post it and say Mad Jokers got SB.
That's what it's all about, right?
But I am so going to want the same thing. But the only difference here is
Haircut.
that the Alamo Omens jersey is going to say Mrs. SB on it.
Oh,
Hey, deal. Because you know what your jersey said. You know what the jersey says you're going to have to put on. You've already
No,
seen
actually,
it.
have I?
No, yes, I showed it to you. Go back and look through your messages.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to do that. But
The pink one. The pink one.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got you. Okay. All right. So,
Not deal.
Mr. Jason Taylor, we do appreciate you and your time, and thank you for giving us the whole insight on how great your team has been this season. What you guys are looking forward to, and hopefully you guys stay there. Bill, it's always a pleasure, my man. And for everybody watching here, thank you for tuning in to Lane Vibez. This is your host, SB. Y'all be blessed. Have a good one.
be good, boys. See y'all next trip.
All right.